Zhenya shares his adventures on his YouTube channel, which is called The Survivor. It's March 8th, 2023, a cold evening, and Zhenya is about to embark on another solo camping adventure deep in the forest, an hour and a half north of his home. As he drives along the icy road, the complete absence of other vehicles makes it clear he is far from any signs of civilization, making this exploration particularly dangerous. You'll soon see why. After a long drive, he pulls over and checks in with his viewers.
Находится прям справа от меня. Справа от меня, и вот он пошел. Что это? Господи, еще даже не стемнело полностью. Я уже слышал сейчас какой-то звук оттуда.
Just as he starts filming, an unexplainable sound pierces the silence of the night. The noise sends chills down his spine, but Zhenya remains determined to proceed. He had promised his viewers he would camp overnight in the forest, and he intended to keep that promise. Nothing was going to stop him, he said. Little did he know, the events about to unfold would let him reconsider his decision.
Ребят, я сейчас еще стою прямо здесь вот, около дороги, рядом с машиной. Сейчас в лесу, буквально секунду назад. Я слышал опять какой-то звук, похожий на вой, наверное. Как в прошлый раз, да?
Already uneasy from the strange sounds coming from the forest, Zhenya decides to spend a little extra time near his car, preparing his gear before venturing into the eerie, mysterious woods. He has no idea about the terrifying night that awaits him. With a candlestick in his hand, Zhenya makes his way into the forest. It's quiet, almost too quiet. The only sounds are his footsteps crunching in the snow until an unsettling noise pierces the silence.
И возвращался назад. Что это нахрен? Как визг какой-то все равно. Ведь я только зашел сюда нахрен, а?
Zhenya freezes, standing still with fear, his eyes wide and darting around the area. But nothing is visible, heightening his discomfort. Not knowing the source of the sound, he tries to stay calm and ventures deeper into the forest, searching for a good spot to set up his camp. However, before he can find a suitable location, he stumbles upon something disturbing.
Это похоже на следы волка, реально. Собака не может здесь бегать в лесу. Собака, что ли, гавкала? Опять.
Fresh wolf prints in the snow, indicating a nearby presence, making him realize he needs to stay alert. But not long after, another sound is heard. He says it was probably just a dog, but if you listen closely, it sounds more like 3 distinct knocks. Zhenya is shocked by the number of unexplainable events already happening in this forest, and he hasn't even set up his tent yet. Normally, his evenings unfold much more calmly, but tonight felt different. He had an uneasy feeling, as if he needed to stay alert for whatever might come. And I can tell you, his gut feeling is right.
Я знаете, что думаю? Наверное, мы вдалеке находимся вообще полностью от цивилизации, ребят, чтобы вы понимали. И здесь звуки какие-то, которые могут быть там в 5, в 7 километрах отсюда, они могут сюда доноситься. Плюс еще, вот, слышите опять, плюс еще за счет, наверное, ветра. Я не понимаю, честно, откуда лай. Волки же вроде не гавкают, да?
Unsettled and trying to rationalize the situation, Zhenya sets his camera aside and focuses on pitching his tent. With darkness and colder temperatures creeping in, it's critical that he sets up shelter as quickly as possible. Horrifying music can be heard coming from deeper within the woods. It sends shivers down Zhenya's spine. It's clear he is not alone out here.
Присыпанный снегом, буду продолжать находиться здесь.
While speaking to the camera, a loud, likely animal sound interrupts him. Startled, he freezes and looks behind him, toward the direction of the noise. Zhenya stands up and shines his flashlight into the pitch-black forest, trying to catch sight of whatever might be out there.
Ooh. Присыпано.
Zhenya wanders through the woods, flashlight in hand, walking toward the eerie sounds to uncover whatever he's dealing with. But after 10 minutes of walking, nothing appears, and he decides to head back to his tent, opting for what little safety it might provide. But as we all know, a tent is just a thin piece of fabric that can separate you from the dangers outside. For Zhenya, though, it felt like a small refuge, warmer and slightly safer, at least for now. After sitting in silence in his tent for almost 15 minutes, Zhenya decided to grab his camera again and check in with his viewers, explaining what was happening.
Пока что нету каких-то звуков, как в прошлый раз. Но я очень сильно себя напряженно здесь чувствую.
Strange noises could be heard once again. At first, they seemed to be coming from near his tent, but later, the horrific music echoed from deeper within the forest. Confused and shocked, Zhenya looked around, trying to make sense of what was happening. He decided to check his camera outside to see if it had captured the eerie sounds, hoping to confirm that he wasn't just imagining things, but it was all real. As time passed, Zhenya sat outside, listening intently to see if the noises would return. A chilling sense of being watched crept over him, and he couldn't shake the feeling that something wasn't right. The noises intensified, surrounding him. Feeling far from safe, he retreated back into his tent, hoping the sounds would eventually fade. Thoughts raced through his mind as he checked his phone, only to discover he had no service. This realization made the situation even more terrifying. If something would happen to him, help would be far out of reach. And that's when the night took an even more horrifying turn.
Прям отчетливо слышно звук снега, хруста снега, как будто шаги по снегу, знаете, кто-то идет. Тишина прекратилась. Как будто здесь только я даже боюсь из палатки выходить. Кто здесь? Ой, бля, сука. Кто там нахер? Сука, следы какие-то, следы. Так, сейчас. Так, в округе я никого не вижу. Мой рюкзак. Где мой рюкзак?
In total panic, Zhenya tried to figure out what to do. It was clear that someone, or something, was out there, playing with him and watching him. The most terrifying part was that when Zhenya stepped outside, no one could be seen. It hid in the pitch-black forest. Desperately thinking of a plan, he remembered his night vision camera. Perhaps it could help him spot whoever, or whatever, was stalking him. With the camera in hand, he began filming and scanning the trees, hoping to catch sight of something. But unfortunately for him, the night vision camera didn't have enough range, leaving the darkness impenetrable. Frustrated, he put the camera away, and that's when the horrifying events started again.
Начинается песовщина какая-то. Вот как, сука, как уже, знаете, к ноле так что-то начинается происходить. Ух ты, ёп. Вот прямо оттуда, оттуда, там как овраг Сианов. Сейчас скучу это держим, сейчас.
Zhenya scanned the area once more with his night vision. The scene felt like a real-life horror movie. The faint sound of a crying baby echoed from deeper in the woods, accompanied by another eerie, unsettling melody. It was clear that something was very wrong in these woods. But what was going on exactly? No one knows.
Спрятался за деревом вот так вот. Стихло. Все стихло. Свет не включать. Лучше реально не включать свет. Сейчас перебесится. Кто-то ветками прямо вот там вот. Буквально от меня близко-близко, метров 30. В тепловизоре батарейка села. Так, секунду, у меня же есть. У меня же от камеры. Вот такой должна подходить. И сейчас я посмотрю. Сейчас, тихо.
The noises seemed endless. Sometimes they could be heard from far away, and then suddenly closer. It was unlike anything Zhenya had ever experienced before, especially not while camping alone in the forest. Deep down, he knew something was terribly wrong, and that he needed to get out of there. Finally, he decided he couldn't take it any longer. He grabbed his belongings and fled the forest, running away from the unknown danger lurking in the darkness. As Zhenya finally reached the safety of his car, he threw his belongings into the trunk and drove away, haunted by the chilling events he had just experienced. This experience left not only Zhenya with many unanswered questions, but also did Brendan know that this simple precaution would lead to one of the most harrowing moments of his life. It was a normal day in the forest, the kind Brendan had experienced countless times before. With his bow in hand and gear strapped to his back, he ventured deeper into the wilderness, scanning for game and enjoying the serene solitude. The air was crisp, and the forest buzzed with the rustling of leaves and distant calls of wildlife. But as peaceful as it seemed, a storm was brewing, one Brendan would never forget. As the sun dipped lower, Brendan decided to set up camp for the night. Finding a small clearing, he pitched his tent with practiced ease, the routine bringing a sense of calm. After securing his gear, he checked his OnX app to ensure he was still within public hunting land, something he always did. But as he glanced up, the forest seemed quieter, the air heavier. A strange tension prickled his senses, sending a chill down his spine. That's when he noticed movement ahead. Brendan froze. Emerging from the trees was a man, his figure barely visible against the backdrop of the forest. But what stood out wasn't just his presence. It was the weapon he was pointing directly at Brendan. The man's eyes were wild, his demeanor erratic, and his body language radiated paranoia. Brendan's heart pounded in his chest as he realized he wasn't dealing with a curious property owner or a fellow hunter. This man seemed on edge, almost manic, and his intentions were unclear.
But I just want to show you kind of why we're here. We pay good money to hunt this property. We've been hunting it for years.
You ain't been moving for years. I've been here 8 years.
Do you live on this property right here?
Sir, you're not listening to me. I'm not listening.
I just want to talk to you. I'm sorry.
Put your phone down. Put your phone
You have an AR in front of me. I'm fucking scared.
down. Put your phone down.
Dude, I'm scared as right now.
Okay, well, it's going to be more scary. Put your phone down. Are you attacking me?
No, sir. No, sir. I'm hunting. I'm hunting with.
Drop your phone.
Oh my God.
In the recording, you can hear the fear in Brendan's voice as he tries to de-escalate the situation. "Hey, I'm just hunting on public land," he says, his voice trembling but steady enough to convey he means no harm. Despite his efforts, the man's behavior becomes increasingly alarming. His words are fragmented, his tone accusatory, and he continues to aim his weapon at Brendan, as if every word Brendan says fuels his paranoia. The situation escalates faster than Brendan can process. Realizing the potential danger, he drops his phone to the ground, leaving it recording. He raises his hands in compliance, doing everything he can to avoid provoking the armed man. The camera, now lying in the dirt, captures the intense conversation that unfolds between them.
Sir,
Listen to me. I don't give a about that.
I'm bow hunting. I don't have any guns on me.
I don't give a about that. I'm asking you to move. I'm asking you to look at me. You're on my property. You got to go. You're on my property, sir.
Okay,
Listen.
I'm
I've
packing
been
up
here 8
right
years.
now.
You've never been here. Listen,
Can I come out there so we can talk?
Come on out.
Okay.
Don't touch. No.
I just have to move my chair to
Walk
get out
over
there.
it. Walk over it.
Okay.
Walk over it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I don't know who the you're on my property.
We
Listen to me.
We lease-
Listen to me. That's fine. Listen to me. I don't give a fuck about none of that. You need to move down from here. You're on my property, and you need to move down.
Okay, I understand.
That's all I'm asking.
Okay.
No harm. I don't know who the you are. I don't know what you
Okay.
got. Listen.
I'm just trying to understand the property here.
Understand.
You live here?
Listen to me. I want you to move down from here.
Okay.
This is not the space.
Understood.
This is not the space.
Understood.
You're children, and I'm reacting.
I completely understand. I understand.
That's where I'm coming from.
Okay.
The bows are shooting things, fly kites, and shit you. Couche. I'm asking you just not to be here.
Yes, sir.
You know what the f- you want. Just not here. This is the wrong space for that.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
The only reason we're here.
Who's we? Is there someone else here on the property?
No one else is here on the property, but we have four people on this lease
Okay.
who pay for this hunting property.
Understood.
The reason that we have this blind here is because, according to our Onyx, who shows us the survey lines, this is the property that we're legally allowed to hunt. We have permission from him to access from his property from our cornfield right there.
Understood.
And the rule is you're allowed to bow hunt within 125 feet of a residential dwelling.
Yeah.
So,
Well, they don't make the laws for me. I got young children here, and
Understood.
I'm reacting as a father. So, this is not the place for that. Go down behind his mother. Just saying it. I understand the arrangement, but you're in the wrong place for this, my man. You're in the wrong place. This is not it.
understood.
This is not it. No
Understood.
disrespect to you. I understand what you got going on. I'm just simply saying this is not the space for it. Down 20 feet. Down 20 feet, if you would, please. If you would.
Yeah.
That's your cornfield?
Yes. Well, not our cornfield, but we lease it for hunting.
I understand. Yes. All right, so no problem. I wish you luck.
Oh, you okay?
I wish you luck, my friend. But I don't try being. That it just can't be here, my man.
Okay.
That's all I'm asking.
All right.
All right?
All right. Can I get your name, sir?
No, you can't.
Okay.
No. This is a big difference for you.
I understand. Out of respect, if I see you, I want to be able to communicate. You know.
I doubt we're going to run into each other again.
Okay. All right. Thank you, sir. I was just trying to be polite.
I understand you have that arrangement, but
I was just trying to be polite. I
no,
didn't mean
understood.
it.
Understood. I follow you.
After what feels like an eternity, the man slowly backs away, his weapon still pointed in Brendan's direction until he disappears into the trees. Brendan is left standing in disbelief, his body trembling as adrenaline courses through his veins. What just happened? He wasn't on private property, he was certain of that. But none of it mattered in that moment. The reality of what could have happened hits him like a freight train. He packs up his gear and leaves the area immediately, shaken but grateful to be unharmed. This encounter serves as a haunting reminder that sometimes the most dangerous things you can encounter in the woods